There are moments in life when the storm feels stronger than our faith. The road becomes dark, the future becomes uncertain, and the heart grows tired. Fear begins to speak. It tells us that we are alone, that we are too weak, and that the darkness before us is greater than the light within us. But fear does not speak the truth. The truth is that even the smallest light can break the deepest darkness. The truth is that faith can carry us when our own strength is gone. The truth is that hope can remain alive even when everything around us appears to be lost. Some battles cannot be won with anger. Some enemies cannot be defeated with force. The greatest battles often happen inside the human heart. They are battles against fear, bitterness, pride, doubt, and the desire for revenge. The greatest victory is not destroying the person who stands against us. The greatest victory is refusing to become like them. When someone hurts us, anger may rise quickly. We may want to answer pain with pain. We may want the other person to feel what they made us feel. But revenge does not heal the heart. It only gives suffering another place to live. Hatred is like a fire. We may believe we are holding it against someone else, but slowly, it burns the one who carries it. Forgiveness does not mean that what happened was acceptable. It does not mean that the wound was small or that the pain was not real. Forgiveness means choosing not to let that wound control the rest of our lives. It means placing the pain into the hands of God and saying, I will not carry this darkness forever. The world often teaches us that power means making other people afraid. But true power is different. True power is remaining peaceful when others try to make us angry. True power is keeping a gentle heart in a cruel world. True power is choosing love when hatred seems easier. Anyone can return anger with anger. Anyone can answer cruelty with cruelty. But it takes great strength to remain kind when kindness is not returned. Light does not defeat darkness by becoming dark. It wins simply by continuing to shine. There may be times when you feel surrounded. Problems may come from every direction. One door closes, and then another. People misunderstand you. Friends leave. Plans fail. You pray, but the answer seems far away. You may ask, where is God in this storm? God is not only found in the silence that comes after the storm. Sometimes He is found in the strength that keeps you standing while the storm is still happening. Sometimes the miracle is not that the wind stops. Sometimes the miracle is that the faith is not. Faith does not mean that you will never feel afraid. Faith means that fear is no longer your master. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is taking one more step even while fear is walking beside you. You do not need to see the entire road. You only need enough light for the next step. Many people stop moving because they cannot see the ending. They want every answer before they begin. They want every danger removed before they move forward. But life does not always happen that way. Sometimes God gives direction one step at a time. The next step may appear small. It may be getting out of bed after a difficult night. It may be forgiving someone. It may be beginning again after failure. It may be asking for help. It may simply be choosing not to give up today. Never despise a small step. A long journey is made from many quiet acts of courage. The voice of darkness wants you to believe that your story is already over. It points to your mistakes, your losses, and your wounds. It tells you that nothing will ever change. But your past is not your final chapter. You may have fallen many times, but falling is not the same as being defeated. You are defeated only when you refuse to rise again. Even broken ground can receive new seeds. Even a wounded heart can learn to love again. Even a life filled with regret can become a life filled with meaning. God can bring beauty from places that once held only pain. Look at the dawn. It does not ask permission from the night. It simply arrives. Slowly, darkness begins to lose its power. The sky changes. The cold air becomes warm. What was hidden becomes visible. Your healing may happen in the same way. It may not come all at once. It may come quietly. A little peace today, a little strength tomorrow, a little more hope than you had yesterday. Do not believe that slow healing is no healing. A seed grows in darkness before it reaches the light. Its roots become strong where no one can see them. The hidden season is not a wasted season. There may be things growing inside you that are not visible yet. Patience is also a form of faith. It is trusting that God is working even when you cannot see the result. Sometimes we pray for an open door, but God asks us to wait. Sometimes we pray for an answer, but God gives us silence. Sometimes we pray for an easier road, but God gives us stronger feet. We may not understand the reason in that moment, but not every delay is a denial. Not every closed door is a punishment. Some doors close because they would lead us away from peace. Some people leave because they cannot walk with us into the next season of our lives. Loss may feel like the end, but sometimes it is the beginning of freedom. Do not chase what God is removing. Do not beg to remain in a place that is destroying your spirit. There are moments when walking away is not weakness, it is wisdom. Peace is precious. protected. You do not have to attend every argument. You do not have to answer every accusation. You do not have to prove your heart to everyone who has chosen to misunderstand you. Truth does not become false because someone refuses to believe it. Let your life speak. Let your character speak. Let time reveal what words cannot. The loudest person is not always the strongest. The quietest person is not always afraid. Sometimes silence is the place where strength gathers. Jesus stood before hatred without allowing hatred to enter his heart. He faced rejection without losing compassion. He saw cruelty, yet he continued to teach love. He was surrounded by darkness, but he never stopped being light. This was not weakness, it was the highest form of strength. The world may tell you to harden your heart so that no one can hurt you again. But a hard heart does not only block pain, it also blocks love, joy, peace, and connection. Do not let the cruelty of others take away the goodness within you. Be wise, but do not become cold. Set boundaries, but do not become bitter. Protect your heart, but do not close it forever. You can forgive someone and still choose distance. You can love someone and still refuse to accept harmful behavior. You can wish someone peace without inviting them back into your life. Forgiveness and reconciliation are not always the same. Sometimes forgiveness happens quietly within you. It is the decision to release the weight even when the other person never apologizes. Do not wait for someone else to give you permission to heal. Your peace does not have to depend on their understanding. Release what you cannot change. Release the words you wish you had said. Release the questions that may never be answered. Some answers do not come through explanation. They come through acceptance. Acceptance does not mean that you approve of the pain. It means that you stop fighting the reality that it happened. Only then can you begin to move forward. There is a difference between remembering the past and continuing to live inside it. You can honor what you learned without returning to what broke you. You are allowed to become a new person. You are allowed to think differently. You are allowed to leave behind old patterns, old fears, and old versions of yourself. Growth may make some people uncomfortable because they were familiar with your weakness. Do not become smaller just to make others feel comfortable. Walk in humility, but do not deny the strength that God has placed within you. Your light was not given to you so that you could hide it. There will always be voices that say you are not ready, not worthy, not strong enough, or not talented enough. But many of those voices are only echoes of fear. You do not need to be perfect before you begin. You do not need to know everything before you take action. God has often used imperfect people to accomplish meaningful things. Your weakness does not disqualify you. It can teach you compassion. Your failure does not erase your purpose. It can teach you wisdom. Your pain does not make you useless. It can become the place from which you help other people heal. The wound may become a doorway. One day, the experience that made you cry may become the story that gives someone else courage. One day, you may look back and realize that the season you wanted to escape was the season that taught you how strong your faith could become. Do not waste your pain by allowing it to make you cruel. Let it make you gentle. Let it make you understanding. Let it teach you to recognize suffering in others. A person who has walked through darkness understands the value of light. When you meet someone who is struggling, do not judge them too quickly. You may not know the battle they are fighting in silence. A kind word may become the reason they continue. Compassion is not always a great public act. Sometimes it is listening. Sometimes it is staying. Sometimes it is choosing not to speak harshly. Sometimes it is seeing pain behind another person's anger. Everyone is carrying something. This does not excuse harmful behavior, but it can help us respond with wisdom instead of hatred. We do not overcome darkness by spreading more darkness. We overcome it by refusing to let darkness pass through us. When someone gives you anger, do not multiply it, let it end with you. When someone gives you cruelty, do not carry it into the next relationship. When someone breaks your trust, do not punish every new person for what one person did. Healing means that pain stops making your decisions. It means that fear no longer chooses your future. Perhaps you have spent years believing that you are difficult to love. Perhaps someone's rejection became the voice inside your mind. Perhaps you began to see yourself through the eyes of people who did not value you. But people can fail to see your worth without changing your worth. Your value is not created by applause. It is not destroyed by criticism. It does not rise when people praise you. And it does not disappear when they leave. Your worth comes from something deeper. You were created with purpose. You were created with the ability to love, to grow, to learn, and to begin again. Do not place your identity in hands that change their opinion every day. Some days people will celebrate you. Other days, the same people may judge you. Build your life on a stronger foundation. Let your identity rest in God, not in the unstable approval of the world. When the foundation is strong, the storm may shake the house, but it cannot carry the house away. You may bend, but you will not break. You may cry, but you will not lose hope. You may rest, but you will not surrender. Rest is not failure. Even the strongest heart needs quiet. Even the faithful need time to breathe. You do not have to be strong every second. There are moments when strength means admitting that you are tired. There are moments when courage means asking for support. There are moments when faith means allowing yourself to be held. Tears are not proof that faith is gone. Sometimes tears are the prayer that the heart cannot speak. God understands the language of silence. He understands the pain hidden behind a smile. He sees the nights when no one else knows how much you are struggling. You are not forgotten. Even when you feel invisible, you are seen. Even when you feel unheard, your heart is known. Even when the road feels empty, you are not walking alone. The presence of God is not always a feeling. Feelings rise and fall. Some days, you may feel close to Him. Other days, you may feel nothing. Faith continues even when emotions become quiet. The sun still exists on a cloudy day. In the same way, love, purpose, and hope can still be present even when you cannot feel them clearly. Do not make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. The storm will change, the night will pass, the heaviness will not remain forever. Everything has a season. There is a time to hold on and a time to let go. There is a time to speak and a time to remain silent. There is a time to fight for something and a time to stop fighting for what is already gone. Wisdom is knowing the difference. Ask God not only for strength, but also for direction. Strength without direction can keep us fighting battles we were never meant to fight. Not every enemy deserves your attention. Not every problem requires your energy. Not every closed door needs to be forced open. Some victories come through action. Other victories come through surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up on life. It means releasing control over what you cannot command. You cannot control every person, every outcome, or every change. But you can choose your response. You can choose honesty. You can choose patience. You can choose courage. You can choose peace. Your response is where your power lives. When life becomes uncertain, return to what is simple. Breathe, pray, take the next step, speak kindly, do what is right, release what is beyond your control.